Greetings and welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, to episode 461 of the Words About Games podcast, the weekly gaming podcast for Words About Games. I'm one of your hosts, Amy Kate Alexander. I'm joined this week by the bug crusher himself. It's Daffy Moody. I think I used that one once.
Doodly do, everybody. It's Friday. You know what that means. It's video game day, the holiest of all days. All hail our Lord and Savior, video games. Hallelujah.
Actually, now that I think about it, the last time I said it might have been Bug Destroyer. Whatever. Same thing.
I think every term they use in Universal Soldier, that's what you need to refer to Moody as we go on.
The Universal Soldier. I like that film.
Just
Sequel's not so good.
I don't think it was it? Yeah.
Just give it like Starship Troopers. You know, you trying to be a hero? No, sir. I'm just trying to kill some bugs. I imagine that's how Moody clocks into work every day.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. I have to please say there's a GIF of that so I can put it in our Slack.
I imagine there is. It's a very gifable film. So
yeah, it is a very gifable film.
Try to remember to search for that specific GIF after this podcast is done.
There you go.
But we're also joined by the lone wolf themselves. It's Vitz Patel.
Oh, what's good, everyone? How are we all doing out there in listener land? Amy, Moot, how are we doing today?
Terrific. after I had a fight with Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah, it was a bit tricky today, wasn't it? So, dear friends, the first two episodes of season 3 of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds dropped.
That's 4, isn't it?
3.
Season 4, maybe.
Season 3.
Yeah.
3?
It's season 3.
Season 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
It might not feel
I
like
thought
it
it was season
because it's been more than 2 years since season 2, but yes, it is only season 3.
Wow. I thought it was fucking hell, never mind.
But yeah, so two episodes of the third season of Strange New Worlds dropped today, and yeah, Amy, much to her chagrin, discovered that Paramount Plus doesn't have the best playing tools when it comes to viewing their
them
content.
on my phone. It's fine. It's fine. I put my phone. Just put my face really close to my phone so that it looked big.
You get those like the cardboard visor you put like the phone in so it just sits on your face.
I used to have one of those. I got one like once and put it in and tried a 3D thing, and it was like some roller coaster thing. And I was like,
yeah.
And like bearing in mind, like when they released those stupid cardboard things, like actual VR had been a thing for so long, and I'd been previewing it at EGXs and stuff, so it was a bit underwhelming when I did that. Piece of cardboard with 2 lenses on it. And
That's all you need.
It's like I was using like an HTC Vive at my friend's house like earlier in the day, just like something's not hitting here. But yeah, I did finally get to watch the fucking things. Like the thing that annoys me is the most about it is I paid for the ad-free tier, and it still did the pre-roll ad, which was the thing that broke the fucking video in the first place. So it's like I'm not even getting the thing I paid for, which is one thing, but the thing that I'm getting that I paid to avoid is the thing that broke it.
Did you look at the bylines, all the little lines and everything of it? Because pretty much, I'm pretty sure all of them do this. That apart from Netflix, I think. If you pay for the ad thing, that you'll still get an ad at the beginning, but you just won't get it during the episode and everything. So
yeah, you don't get the mid rolls; you just get the pre rolls. It's like I saw the advert for Sonic 3 like 10 times today, and I was like, it had the opposite effect. I don't want to watch Sonic 3 now. Fuck Sonic 3.
You wouldn't like it anyway. So like I said,
now
it was
I
good.
really don't.
I didn't say it was fantastic.
Yeah, but the thing is, I definitely don't like it now.
It's not like when the pre-roll ad started, you went fascinating.
Shut up, Ben Schwartz. Let me watch Star Trek.
He should never have been the voice for Sonic. I get why he did it, but he should never have been the voice of Sonic.
Excuse me. No,
At least they got OG Tails in.
That's what's making it worse, though. They're just making it worse. They get the OG Tails in, it's just like...
Sure, Roger Craig Smith was busy that day.
it's like... Elba's Knuckles. He's fun, but it's like, no, get the original actor, you lazy bastard. Same with John Wick. Keanu Reeves, like, he's fun, but it's like, get the original actor for God's sakes. It's like, stop it. But, yeah. I'm not an exec. So why I wouldn't.
You've got brain cells. You couldn't ever be an exec.
He's got a little thing called accountability as well.
A conscience.
Exactly.
General
and
intelligence.
as far as I know, no yachts in your name. For audio listeners, Rudy's checking.
I mean,
we could have got a plane to Forbidden World, Moody, quicker instead of you driving.
Where would we have landed the plane?
Oh, there's a train station, train stop there. I'm sure there's a landing field somewhere.
For a second, I was like, we're going to land in a train station. Okay. Okay.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. James, get on board.
Exactly. I've never seen the movie, but exactly.
God damn. Yeah. I hope everyone's having a good week.
Not bad.
Not bad. Can't complain. Been good. Been busy with work and stuff, but good kind of busy. Whole lot of travel.
Whole lot of travel.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite
but a whole lot of finding expenses as well.
Oh, so yeah.
There is that.
Love to hear it. Well, this is the Words About Games podcast, and we like to start every Words About Games podcast with a little thing we like to call cool things we like, which is where we talk about something from that we've interacted with from the last week that we quite liked. Who would like to go first? I know what you want to talk about. I don't know what you want to talk about, so you can go first, Vitz.
I have no idea who she's pointing at there.
I think
all I saw was this and this.
No, that's all good. So I appreciate the last 2 weeks may have dropped the ball slightly on this one because I haven't been able to take on board anything. But last night, as the time of recording, I saw the one and only Superman.
Oh, interesting.
I'm here to tell you, it is a very, very good film. For those who don't know, this is the brand new start to the DCU. So throwing away anything that Zack Snyder did, and it's all been helmed by James Gunn now. He's the kind of Kevin Feige to the Marvel thing to DC. And this is the first cinematic entry. I think it started with Creature Commandos, and there may have been some other thing outside of that. But David Cornsweet plays Superman. And he is phenomenal. And if the original Superman had the kind of unofficial byline of "You'll believe a man can fly," this film should come with the strapline of "You'll believe Superman can be kind." This film is all about the struggles of resilience and how you can still be a kind person through it all. And it left me feeling very hopeful. And that's all I could ask for this film. The score is impeccable, and hits you in all the right fields. And yes, with James Gunn style, he throws far too much at the thing. He does get busy sometimes, and a lot of it turns into noise. But on the whole, I highly recommend checking this out. It is shot in IMAX, and I was lucky enough to go see it in IMAX. It might just me being old, but IMAX is far too loud. You could play that at 20% volume and you'd just be okay.
Turn that down!
Exactly. But it was amazing. And this is yet another property that the one and only Isabella Merced features in. And we are living in her world, and I am all for it. She's amazing in this as well. Criminally underutilized, but hopefully we'll see more of them in the DCU going forwards. I don't want to say too much, just in case I veer into spoilers or anything like that, and to kind of keep this section a little bit shorter than how long we usually rumble for. But yes, go see Superman. It's amazing.
The irony being,
I heard the film's woke. This is all I've heard is that it's woke, and
I also heard the argument that it's not woke enough.
It's not woke enough. Wow! Oh crap!
No, Tim Geddes are kind of funny. They were saying that they put out 2 social posts saying that this new Superman is terrible and this Superman is amazing kind of thing, just to see what the interactions would be. And then Andy said, Andy Cortez was saying he put out similar posts saying Superman is woke and Superman is not woke enough, just to do like similar things as well. So, but yeah, this is the interpretation of the Superman that I've always kind of identified with, that they're Clark first rather than Kal-El. And yeah, so this film did a lot for me.
Nice. Cool. Love to see it. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing it. Moody.
Amy.
What's your cool thing this week?
What is my cool thing this week? Come back to me, Amy. You go first. I haven't decided yet. I'm still flipping and flopping.
What between what?
I don't know.
If only there was someone there to talk for a couple of minutes while you figured this out.
What?
Exactly. See, please go.
This is like the easiest part of the podcast. Like, oh, there's this thing I want. No.
I don't know.
The second one.
Yeah, go, Amy. Go. Come on.
I'm picking. I was
no,
just
she
picking,
chooses for you. Of the two that you umming and ahhing between, go.
The second
you
one.
go, Amy now picks what's hers, and I'll come back to it. Just go.
You could have said this 15 minutes ago before we started recording.
You know how he wants to keep the segment short?
I'm a bit. This is twice now. He's deliberately tried to make this section longer twice in 3 weeks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna cancel this section if it happens again.
She will turn this podcast around.
I will turn this podcast around. We're not doing this anymore.
Are we there yet?
Yes, we are. Let's see. What am I going to talk about? I am going to talk about the latest 6-part episodes of One Piece. One Piece has been on a roll of late. Like, it's getting a lot of love from the Western audience and everything. More than thanks to obviously. I'm telling you, you want me to get this thing done fast, and you stopping me.
I just want to know if you're talking about the anime or the live action.
Anime. Okay, the live action thing hasn't come back out yet, so sorry. Okay, that's fair answer. That's a fair question. I'll accept your button in.
Okay, Alexander with one challenge remaining.
You're on your final lifeline. Or is that me? Anyway, no, yeah. They've just wrapped up basically the 6-part arc of telling one of the characters' backstories, which has just been one of the best backstories told for a long, long time that I've seen and everything. A character that's been in the background for a long, long time, but just been shone the light on heavily for the last 6 weeks. And it's just been an absolutely amazing story, how they've told the story and how they've shown it off and everything, and just seeing what the character has gone through throughout all of it. And we'll go through everything just to be a father. And it's just beautiful, and it was amazing. And they're culminating onto this final episode, basically the final culmination of it, this Saturday coming up. And yeah, it was breathtaking. It's been beautiful. The visuals have been absolutely fantastic and spot on, and just seeing it has been amazing. And just shout out to the entire voice cast for it. Amazing, just absolutely amazing, and just heartbreaking.
Awesome. What was the other thing?
Oh, I just completely forgot what I was going to say. So.
Fair enough. I was like,
I needed to buy time on what I was going to pick.
We've done multiple things before.
Yeah, I know.
All right, cool. My thing this week, unsurprisingly, like if you've known me for any amount of time, Summer Games Done Quick just finished on Sunday. It raised $2,436,614 for Doctors Without Borders.
Congrats. To everybody at the team there. Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun to watch too. An entire week, I've just closed the thing I needed to keep open. An entire week full of like people doing speedruns, a lot of fun. And what was funny about that was related to SGDQ 2025 was I actually sat next to Mooney on a couch while he watched I think his first speedrun while we were in Scotland, which you didn't mention last week.
No, I've watched other speedruns before. I think my first speedrun on GDQ, probably is a fair analogy to that. But I have watched speedruns before.
Yeah. We watched the Alien Isolation speedrun from whenever it was.
Yeah,
nice
preparation for you, Vitz.
Yeah,
we were thinking
tips.
we're getting tips.
We were like,
we're just saying this is what we expect from Vitz.
Yeah.
We expect him to at least hit this part.
We realized it was
and
like it'll only take 20 minutes to get to
that's
the alien.
it, right? One alien. That's what I need to
get
say.
past the alien, and you get the first alien encounter, and then you get past that first alien encounter, and then it's up to you how far you go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Like it took this speedrun, what was it, 30 minutes to
20
get to
minutes,
it?
yeah.
It's gonna be a shorter stream then.
Wow.
Vitz is going to sit down.
Vitz is going to sit down. As long as you get to the climax, Vitz, that's all that matters.
Vitz is going to sit down and learn the speedrun for Alien Isolation.
If you're playing Innuendo Bingo at home, guys, number of pounds, take a shot.
But yeah, no, it was a fun week. Like, I still have a lot of stuff to catch up on because it's impossible to watch a 7-day, 24 hours live stream without perishing.
I think I saw there was a proposal in there, right? So
there was a proposal in there. Yeah, there was a proposal. There was a lot of stuff. There was a proposal. She didn't say no. There was a wrestling match. There was all sorts. Mario Kart World got speedrun, even though it's only been out for a couple of weeks. But no,
of course, some nutter has got a speedrun for that game.
Many nutters have got speedruns for those games. There was some great runs. There was a Final Fantasy IX run, which was very entertaining. There was a Super Mario.
Yeah, didn't they do 2 of them?
The Final Fantasy IX. No, they just did.
I thought there was 2 because I thought there was one at the beginning, like one halfway through. I might be incorrect. Either way.
I mean, they do a Final Fantasy run. I think they do one every year. Because I know
it's
every
like
6
Final
months.
Fantasy's. The Final Fantasy IX's like what 30th anniversary this year or something.
Yeah,
25th. I want to say
25th. Either way, it was a number.
Yeah, 25th.
I was close.
Yeah. it was an Arabic number. One of them. Pick an Arabic number. Anyone will do.
I could have gone 50 and I would have been too old.
But yeah, no. The Final Fantasy IX run. There was an AEW Fight Forever speedrun where they got an actual professional wrestler sitting on the back couch and got up to a bunch of hijinks. There was an awesome Super Mario Maker 2 relay race. There was a good Pokemon Sword and Shield race. There was a fun Resident Evil 7 speedrun on like the top difficulty.
Wow.
They did Blueprints Bingo.
Yes.
Which was a really fun watch because like you can finish that game in 2 minutes. So it's like, how do you do a speed run of it on a thing like this where it's like you want it to be a bit longer? So they did a bingo race. There was a really good Super Metroid race. Wolfenstein 2 was there. Everybody was talking about how great it is to stomp fascists, which was very cathartic.
It is fun.
There was a good Metal Gear Solid 3 speedrun where they met an incentive so that all of the enemies were invisible. Like, it's not just about the speedruns. There's a great entertainment value to a lot of the stuff
absolutely.
and shenanigans that happens at GDQs. Like it's a lot of fun. But yeah, there was also Pump It Up Phoenix. Someone did an absolutely absurd fucking, like, they got the arcade machine, like a dancing arcade machine, and did like the max difficulty songs, and it's just like, bro, my knees. I'm only just sitting here watching it. My knees feel like they're about ready to explode. But it's good. You should check it out. They have VODs of all of the stuff up on youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. It was good fun. And it raised $2.4 million for Doctors Without Borders, which is always a nice perk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know I watched the Pokemon Black and White one speedrun they did a few years ago, which was really cool to see, because that's the one I'm playing through right now on my DS.
They did a fun they did 2 Pokemon ones this time. I've only watched the Sword and Shield one. It's where like you trade it. It was a speedrun where you trade in. You can basically, they have a category in Pokemon Sword and Shield which is just like you can speedrun any Pokemon as your starter because you can just use Pokemon Home to trade in any Pokemon. So there's like routes for like hundreds of Pokemon instead of just whatever the starters are for Sword and Shield. That was fun. I think they did XY as well.
I think so. I'm trying to have a look now.
I haven't watched. There's a lot of speed runs up on there, but yeah, they did that. That was fun.
Spider-Man 2 speed run of 1 hour and 20. Fucking hell.
The PS2 one, I'm guessing.
The PS5 one.
Oh wow.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Marvel's
yeah, so it is.
Oh yeah, there was tons.
Yeah.
Like
that's a 30-hour fucking game.
not apparently not.
Pokemon X,
FF9 was I think less than 4 hours. Sat here and watched the whole thing. But yeah, no, it was fun.
Did they do it by breaking it or just speedrunning it?
Speedrunning it. I don't think there was many glitches. The thing with RPGs is like it's not really like there's probably like some glitches in there, but you've like maybe you can skip some fights and stuff, but it's mostly just about like doing really good at the fights.
Optimizing everything. Yeah.
And like they had a cutscene skip thing implemented, otherwise the run would have been like twice as long.
Sure.
And it would have been just sitting watching cutscenes. But yeah, no, it's good. It's like there's a lot of games where it's like there's a lot of glitches, but the glitches are kind of unnecessary, or like all Resident Evil games like built on the RE engine, or just like there's no point in glitching. Like
yes.
So they don't really do any glitches in that game. But yeah, no, the FF9 one was fun. The wrestling one was my favorite. That was. And they did
a bad game, that one though. Like they didn't really do a good job of that game, the wrestling one.
Nope.
Not the speedrun. I haven't watched the game in general. I mean, there's an
entire block that happens on a Thursday morning UK time called Silly Block, where they play really bad games on purpose.
So AW was one of them.
Well, that was the one before the Silly Block. That was like the run up into the Silly Block. But yeah, no, those are some of the best speedruns because they're just ridiculous. Wirehead. They played a Sega CD FMV game called Wirehead, and it was just it's phenomenal. It's a terrible game, but phenomenal experience to watch someone play it.
Amazing.
But anyway.
Congratulations to the entire team and everything. Raising up to that much money is incredible.
Hell yeah.
I look forward to the next event in September, which is Flame Fatales, which is the women and femmes and non-binary speedrun event.
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah. It's all year round, Vitz. It's all year round.
Sure, check that out. That's it, yeah.
It's a great community.
Fox may not like it, but wokeism is all year fucking round if they like it or not.
No, what's funny is, and I'm gonna extend this segment to talk about this because it's very funny what you just said. There was a post that went around the community after the event where someone went on the Reddit, the speedrun Reddit, and was like, I want to find I used to really like GDQ, but they keep shouting about trans rights, and it's all like political agendas, and I just want to find a speedrun event that's not like so political about it. Which was very funny. Given that we just raised $2.4 million, it's like, feel free to go. Like, go start your own.
Yeah, for a charity effort that specifically subverts politics to go do doctoring wherever they need to do.
Doctors Without Borders, right? It's like, nothing political about this. It's just all those woke people shouting about trans rights. But it is a really like great gaming community. Like, it's probably the best gaming community I've ever been a part of. And like, it's just a nice place to exist within gaming.
Sure.
But
we know that's true because Amy is stuck around with it. She doesn't stick around with many.
No, I mean, like, yeah, there's not like most gaming communities kind of suck.
They do,
and I know I've been a part of a lot of them.
About it.
I've been a part of a lot of them, but GDQ is just full of like really great people, top to bottom.
Hell yeah!
Congratulations again one more time.
So, with that being said, let's talk about some games. The theme of this week's Words About Games podcast is we're going to name some games. Vitz put an idea on the board, and I went, cool, and I took it, and I ran with it a bit further down the road. So, in the first half of this podcast is going to be mostly controlled by Vitz. The second half of this podcast is mostly going to be controlled by me. Vitz, take it away.
Hell yeah. So, definitely wanted to bring the vibes back. I know we brought some pretty heavy hitting topics these last couple of weeks, so we're here to mix things up, everyone. So there was this challenge that was going around on the old BS, that is Blue Sky for everybody out there listening and watching, and it was a video game challenge. And the original poster asked you to name a game which you love, want to play, hate but still play, own physical, own digitally, love the style of, played more than once, and never finished. So
keep going,
yeah.
Okay.
I am. Don't worry. I'm just wondering what the heck's going on. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So I thought we could each take turns going over naming video games that we love, want to play, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm down to kick this off. Given that my co-hosts are busy dancing with their arms, I'm sure we'll find out what that means at any point in the next few years. I'm guessing because this bit they look like they're having so much fun. They're just going to run with it.
I don't know what happened. I saw Moody doing some stuff, and I just thought, you know what, I can match him. Let's see if we can synchronize.
There you go.
And then he kind of became this challenge where he kept changing the pattern, and I just kept changing with him.
So you played Moody Bop It, is what you did.
Basically, yeah. Moody was the Bop It.
All right, so let's go around the horn. And the first challenge of this piece is name a game that you love. Now, there's plenty of options here. Plenty of good answers. For me, I picked the last game that I truly loved, and that is the one and only Clay Obscure Expedition 33. I know we waxed lyrical on this very podcast about how amazing this game is, what it does for art direction, what it did for writing, and the kind of stellar voice cast they assembled for this game. And Soundful Interactive, we've given them a ton of flowers, and hopefully towards the end of the year, they'll be getting a ton more flowers from their peers within the video game industry as well. But yeah, Clay Obscure Expedition 33. If you haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend you do. It is on sale in most places around the world at the moment. And yeah, for those who have been put off by turn-based RPGs before, I think this does a lot to kind of mix that formula up and to streamline a lot of things and add some action elements as well to keep you feeling more engaged. It does lie to you when it says dodging and parrying is not required. It is. But aside from that, you're in for a grand old time.
If you turn the difficulty down, you could just play it like a normal turn-based. No, you can't.
No, it's nice. Ames, name again that you love, please.
Fucking. Do you ever like get asked a question, and then it's not that you don't have an answer; it's that you have 300 answers.
Yes.
And like you just see them all happen at once in front of your eyes, and you go a little bit like, I can't see what's happening. You know what? I'll stick with your trend, and I'll go with something recent that I've recently loved. I'll say Blueprints.
Yes. What a game.
Which I like absolutely demolished for like 3-4 weeks, I think. Like I just played nothing but Blueprints. It was like, you want to read a book? Nope, I'm going to play Blueprints. You want to watch a film? No, I'm going to play Blueprints.
Got to draft those rooms.
Amy, you got to eat? No, Blueprints. It's one of those rare games.
If I get the meal room, I can eat there, get some more steps.
It's one of those rare puzzle games where I actually I got super into like not just like finishing the game, like the game's stated objective and like hitting the credits, and it's like, you know, and then there's tons more to do afterwards. And with that kind of thing, usually I just back up and I'm like, I'm good, thanks. But with Blueprints, it's like, no, I want to keep going. Like, I've got all these notes that, like, lead to things. And it's like, okay, let's start piecing things together. And, like, what does this mean? Like, where does this go? Like, what was that thing I saw? And I liked... It took a little bit of getting used to with, like, the roguelike-ish elements where it's like, you don't know what rooms you're going to draft.
Yeah.
But I actually quite like that because instead of like hyper focusing on like, okay, I have this clue, I'm gonna follow it. It's just like you have to just see what the day brings, see what rooms you get, and then you just adapt you adapt what you're doing or what your goals are to that.
Yeah, you got to be agile. You got to be on your toes on this one.
And I think for me that really, like, that's what really helped me sort of play as much as I did and go as far as I did. Like, I didn't solve everything in the game. Like, I eventually just got to a point where I was like, cool, I'm not smart enough for this anymore. I don't have the patience for this anymore. I've found everything I want to find and I've walked away happy. But I do love the game. It is exceptional.
No, very much so. And I think the whole RNG aspect of the game, it can give and it can also take away. And while it can be freeing in terms of you might go in with a plan, but if you don't draft the right rooms, like early doors, then your plan can be out the window and you've just got to roll with whatever you've got kind of thing. But also when you do have a plan in mind and you need specific rooms to come up and they don't, it can be incredibly frustrating. I imagine there's ways to circumvent it, but it requires smarter minds.
There's ways to do things, and and like mess around with like room rarities and stuff like that. But mostly like just don't go in with a plan is what the game taught me. It's just like just go in and see what happens.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm in. I'm down. That's great. I love it.
Absolutely. From a main story perspective, the ending, ooh, that hit. That really hit for me. Moody-san, name a game that you love.
Fucking hell, like what Amy says, it's like, it's insane. Love's a very bloated word when it comes to me. Like, there are some like games that I've shouted out so many times on here. I feel like it's
like you're stuck on repeat, right? That was one of the problems I was having there. I was trying to think, and I was like, what haven't I like already shouted out 100 times on the podcast?
Friends, I'm here to remind you that
Dark Souls, surprise, motherfuckers.
that this will be somebody's very first episode of the World About Games podcast. So I wouldn't get too hung up on repeating yourself.
Well, to those people, hi, welcome.
I
feel for you. I'm so sorry already. Really sorry.
I'm glad you made it this far.
We're glad, yeah. We're glad that you made it this far, indeed. I don't want to shout one out what I've already shouted out multiple times. So I'm gonna fudge, man. Come on. Like there's like I don't think I've actually shouted this one out. And then I'm gonna hear Amy say, "Actually, Moody, on this date, this time." The Last Story game. I think the Last Story game is absolutely an incredible game. That's underappreciated. I think. I know, like you got the director or the studio head is a bit of a knobhead. It sounds like these days, but no, it's. I absolutely loved and adored that game. I thought it enhanced what the original game had, which was a really good game in itself. But I think this game just took everything that they learned from that one and just raised it to an 11. And just I thought that was a game visually just absolutely impeccable and gorgeous. And one of the standout games that where a lot of people at the time like Xbox was like getting I know we bashed on Xbox like crazy, which was deserving last week. And they always got bashed on saying they never have games or anything like that. That was one of the games that was theirs originally for a long time, and it was one of their best games. So,
I think that's a great pick, friend.
Ori and the Willow of the Wisp, I think it's called. Yeah, correct. That's it.
Yes. Hell yeah. Okay, let's move on to name a game that you want to play. So this can be interpreted a bunch of ways. I took this as Amy just kind of contemplate all the titles in her head. I took this as games which are yet to come out that you're most stoked for. However, it could equally mean games that you have on your wish list that you want to get to next. To give people a little bit of freedom. So the next game that I'm really, really stoked about is Ghost of Yotei. So this is a follow-up from Sucker Punch Studios, the team behind Ghost of Tsushima. And instead of the tale of Jin Sakai, you are now following in the footsteps of Atsu, played by the wonderful and the always excellent Erika Ishii. And this game looks
She's got
incredible.
A really cool haircut.
Yes, absolutely. She shaves the side of her head, and sometimes you can put messages in there. Who knows? And this follows her story and her battle against the Yotai 6, and it's a tale of revenge, but also one of discovery as well. And we've got a whole new region of Japan to explore, set some 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima was set, and from the recent state of play that I was able to check out after the fact, this game looks really, really cool. It looks to be streamlining a lot of the kind of small frustrations that we had with the first title. And I'm really looking forward to getting into it. And the game is absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and even on like base PS5. So although I'm sure it'll sing even higher and louder on a PS5 Pro, I'm going to be sitting pretty on my current system here. So Ghost of Yotei is my shout for game that I want to play.
I don't like a little dig to the base PS5. It's still a powerful console. I know
I just said it's going to look beautiful.
Sexy. I know, but you said it even though it's a base PS5. It's like, it's still a powerful console.
Look, right? Vitz is just one of these people that's all about the fucking frame rates and the resolutions and polygons, and we're just going to, you just got to have to live with that.
How he is falling in our eyes.
None of these pixel art games for old Vitz Patel. Fucking indie rubbish, that.
Hey, did I not play Blueprint?
I haven't heard you talk about it.
That is not a pixel art game, my friend.
It's not pixel, isn't it?
That is far from a pixel art game.
She got you there.
Vemba, that's a pixel art game.
I would argue.
I don't remember it. I'm playing a pixel art game right now. It's called Chrono Trigger. It's from 1995. It's 30 years old.
Nice. Finally. Nice.
That's not my want to play game because I'm already playing it. I struggled really hard with this one, and then I had looked at Moody doing a little jig, and I had the best brainwave. A game I want to play, Dead Take. Which is coming out on July 31st, 2025, starring Ben Starr, Neil Newbern, and Alana Pierce. It's coming to Steam. It might be coming to other platforms. I'm not 100% sure about that. I wasn't paying too much attention because I want to get it on Steam, but it looks cool, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to stream it, and I write this down. I'm going to find a bug in that game that ain't nobody who's developed it knows about. That is my solemn vow.
If people wanted to watch a stream, where could they go?
They can watch that at twitch.tv/wordsaboutgames, time and date TBD, because it's really hot and I can't sit in this room for very long with the lights running. But I'll let you know. At Blue Sky, it's me, Amy K. .bluesky.social or whatever the fuck the handles are on that place. But anyway, yes, that's what I want to play. Nailed it.
Hell yes. Moody-san, name game that you want to play.
It's done. There's only one game that I've constantly for a while in my head, and I think I even said it when Amy was up last, that I really want to try and get to, and that is the final season of The Walking Dead, the Telltales one. I've never got to it. Obviously with everything that happened to that studio and that game in general, and everything, for it to be able to survive and to be able to be finished and released and everything, because it was amazing to see and everything with how that whole studio just exploded basically. To it, but I've never gotten around to finishing Clementine's story or anything like that, and thankfully I know I'm going to see something right now when I say this, but thankfully I haven't seen any spoilers for it, which is amazing to think.
My friend, the algorithm is coming to you.
But at the same time, spoilers never bother me. But I'm kind of happy that I haven't seen anything, and now I feel like I'm going to set something like someone's going to hear this and say, "We type it at my keyboard, type it at me right now." But no, I've got it. Like I've got the entire collection. So like I could just smash through. Like I played season 1 like last year, so like I could smash through 2 and 3 really fast, and like within like 2 days and a half or something, and then get onto 4. So yeah, that's one I wanted to give a go.
I got a review code for the final season. I played 1 episode, and then Telltale closed, which was also mad because they sent me a press email like 2 hours before they announced they were closing. Which wasn't about them closing. It was about it was about Stranger Things, I think. And then like when they re-released, because like they released it before they came back, like as a thing. They were like, oh, we're gonna get the rest of the Walking Dead final season out, and I was like, sick. And then I went to Steam and my code had been deactivated. I was like, you motherfuckers. And then I never got to play it. So I'm in the same boat as you, Moody. I've never seen I've only played the first episode.
Well, I hope you really enjoy it. I hope that it lives up to kind of. I know how the first season was kind of highly lauded, and I hope that they, despite everything, managed to finish strong with Clem's story. Next up on the roster from this video game challenge, it's time for me to name a game that you hate but still play. In with a bullet, Gran Turismo 7. I don't know why. I have an abusive relationship with this game. It is wrong in all the wrong ways that it can do. It is lazy in this video game design. It is piss poor with the updates that it brings and the new cars. We had a Peugeot 5007 or 5008 drop, 4008 even, like an SUV crossover thing, and it's like the third type of crossover they've added to the game, and nobody's asking for this. It's not like Stellantis is saying, "Yeah, I'll give you the license for the Lancia Stratos S4 Delta, but you got to put this Peugeot in as well." No, nobody's saying anything like that. They have all but given up on this game, but I still play it on a weekly basis to do the weeklies that you have there, and yeah, I need to stop, but I need to also find a better racing game that I want to play. So that's me. Ames, a game that you hate but still play.
All right, I take some issue with this question for a couple of reasons. The first one is hate's a very strong word.
Yep,
it's a very strong word that I try not to use as much as possible unless I actually do really hate something. But number two, right? Look, friends, listeners, Vitz.
hello.
If you're out there playing a game that you hate, stop. Because life is short and you owe it to yourself to just enjoy it. Like, I don't understand this question. Like, I get what it's aiming for. It's aiming for, like, the WoW player, you know, that's like, oh, I hate this game, but I've still played it. I still play it, like, for 50 hours every week. Like, I get what it's aiming for. But, like, in my life, when I'm not reviewing games, like when I'm not actually reviewing games, if I hate a game, I just stop playing it. Like, maybe I could have thrown Umbrella Corps on this as an answer because I played it last year, despite the fact that I knew I hated it. But I didn't hate playing it last year because I was playing it with you two and I was showing off how bad it was. Like, if I genuinely hate something, I do just stop. Like, I take the controller and I put it down. And I either start playing something else, which is really difficult because I have to pick the controller back up and I'm like, why did I put that down? Or I just go outside or I read a book or something. Like, and I don't mean to get on my high horse here, but like
she says 1 foot in a stirrup.
But I'm already up here, and this is a really silly thing that people do.
I know this is where she drops a bombshell. I'm currently here, but still playing Chrono Trigger.
I'm currently playing Overwatch again. Like, no. No, there is no twist. There is no twist. Just a genuine, heartfelt. I'm
disappointed in you now.
Me reaching out to you. If you are playing a game that you hate, you can stop whenever you want. It's really easy to do nothing.
It would be great if I had another viable alternative to get my simulation racing fix in. But sadly, there isn't one.
Just drive your car around a car park really fast.
Yeah, you get in trouble, especially as a brown person. They don't like that.
He'll get stopped before he gets to the car park.
That's it.
It's like Gran Turismo 3. You really like that one.
I did. GT4 was a good experience.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. I got you.
Moody, name a game that you hate but still play.
So I do get where Amy's coming from. I get where Amy's coming from and everything like that. It is a strong word, but I do have a game where I feel like like you said, Vitz, I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship, but I just can't get out, or I just don't want to get out because it feels so good.
P and ends in Okemon?
No, that's not an abusive relationship. That's an orgy relationship for me. That's an orgy. That's a gorgeous relationship for me. I was going to say the one that the frame rate runs at like 2 frames a second. That one. I don't have that.
He doesn't play that one.
Well, let's say I don't. Until I get a Switch 2, I ain't playing that. But no, the game for me is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. That game is a pain in the ass. I go through. I do what Amy says. Like if the game's annoying or you hate it at this moment in time, you back out, and I do. But then there's just times where I'm just like, oh, but I can go back in. I can get that fix back in. I can go on that streak, and everything. So like this morning while I was on work on my break and everything like that, I was playing it. I was just like, For fuck's sakes, man, these fucking bastards, man. Stop dropping me with your stupid hand traps. Let me play the fucking game. No, you won't allow me to do that. You're dropping your fucking ash blossom, you rat bastard, your effect failure, and everything like that, you stupid bastards. But no, you can't let me play with my red eyes black dragon. That might sound wrong, but either way, I don't care. And everything. But so I stopped playing it and just finished my break on a huff, and then went back to playing, testing the game I'm working on. But yeah,
can I ask?
Go on.
Is Rat Bastard one of the cards you're drawing, or is that
no?
just what
It's just the people I'm calling, people I'm playing against. They're rat bastards. They're rat bastards, a whole lot of them and everything. And it's just the game is. I have a massive love-hate relationship with this game. I love dislike relationship to this game because it's just like I'm a person who grew up with the old anime, the first two seasons and everything of it, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and everything. I fell out of it when it came to the 5Ds era. I just didn't understand it and didn't get it. And they were on bikes, and I was saying, how can you play Yu-Gi-Oh! On a bike? But who cares? Made no sense to me. But I like Zexal. Pardon?
I say play Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! On a bike, not with that attitude.
Yeah, no, but I've always had the nostalgia for it and everything. Like I said, playing my favorite card, Red Eyes Black Dragon and everything, and they've got some new support and everything. But yeah, it's just it can be a right pain in the ass playing this game. I love and dislike at the same time, but yeah, I'd see where Amy's coming from. But her answer was still a cop-out answer at the same time.
It was the truth.
Exactly.
Life is miserable enough without me going out of my way on purpose to make it worse.
This is true. No, this is 100% true. Okay, so because the industry keep telling us that we all should be moving digitally. This is name a game that you own physically, which I think is going to be another challenge for Ames because there's so many different titles that she can choose from. But one of the few titles that I own physically at the moment is Uncharted Lost Legacy. One, because it's my favorite Uncharted game, but also it allows me to play the Uncharted Lost Legacy of Thieves collection on the PS5. And I need the physical disc in order to essentially run that game digitally, which is weird, but hey, this is why PlayStation gets you to do the things. But yeah, that is one of 2 or maybe 3 physical games I own at the moment. Yeah, but Uncharted Lost Legacy, if you haven't checked this game out, it is wonderful. Starring Claudia Black and the one and only Laura Bailey. And yeah, it's as I say, it's one of my favorite Uncharted games of all time, and I highly recommend it. That's Uncharted Lost Legacy. Ames.
So I've narrowed it down to 4.
Okay.
I thought she was just going to pick all the games that she had there.
So I'm just going to say yes and hold them up.
I got this one, and I got this one, and I got this one.
Resident Evil.
I got this volleyball game.
I didn't pick that one up. I showed that one off last week.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed.
I know you're not. I'm not saying you are. You should be ashamed of it.
Here are my 4 favorite ones that I own. The first one is Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem for Nintendo GameCube. And bonus for the dinky little discs. Remember the dinky little GameCube discs? They're fun. This is a really fun game. The old fourth wall break. And when it said that my save file got deleted, I believed the game, even though the game had spent several hours before that doing the whole oh look, your character's head has fallen off, or oh, we're turning the volume down. I still almost flipped my shit when it said it deleted my memory card.
Ames like, you what, mate?
There's a theme. There's a theme here. My second one is Silent Hill Downpour. This is it's not the rarest Silent Hill, but it's it's backwards compatible, but you can't buy it unless you get the physical. You can only backwards compatible it if you put the disc in, which makes it quite valuable, and it's hard to find. So that was quite cool when I managed to pick that up. I picked that up.
Yeah, we saw one of the most expensive ones at Forgotten World.
Silent Hill 1 is for PS1 is simultaneously easier to get a hold of and more expensive.
Because
Because Rarity doesn't rarity doesn't seem to like dictate price in retro game collecting. It's infuriating. My third one that I think is really cool that I own is Project 02 for the PlayStation 2. I think that's pretty cool. I also have the first one down there, but I don't have the third one. So I'm on the lookout for that. That's also really expensive. And then probably the rarest and most expensive game in the collection is Dragon Force for Sega Saturn.
Wow.
With the manual. The manual is important because it tells you how like it's like like soldiers are strong against this and zombies are strong against this, and there's a chart in here that tells you all of that information.
So that is like the Pokemon had like the type charts that people could like get out of magazines and stuff like that. Yeah,
the game will not communicate this to you in any way. You have to read the manual. Yep. So the manual being in here is actually a really big deal.
That's the most valuable part of the game.
those are my top 4, I think, and then like 100 copies of Resident Evil.
Oh yes, yeah. As we established on this very podcast,
for GameCube, for Sega Saturn, for PlayStation.
Yes. When people ask, Aim, so what versions of Resident Evil do you own? She just says yes. And then we move on. Moody, my friend, name a game that you own physically. Physical copies.
Yes. For me, I'm going to pick the ones that have finally just come to digital actually over the last year and everything. Well, the ones of like I've been screaming out for a remake for a long time. Capcom, I'm still waiting for you sons of bitches. But either way, I guess you gave me something in the end. But either way, Dino Crisis 1 and 2. Thanks to you, Vitz, I got Dino Crisis 2 and everything. But no, I've had Dino Crisis 1 physical for a long time. And yeah, it's like... it's like 2 of my favorite old ass games that I've had for a while. I've had the same Final Fantasy 9 copy for a long time since I got it, since when it released 25 years ago, funny enough, for it. But yeah, it's absolutely we've got. There's so many, like I could have gone through like the entire list of what me and Amy bought 2 weeks ago and everything, but no, yeah, those are the ones I would like to shout out.
Hell yeah. Those are some fantastic suggestions. Now we're going to move it on to games that you own digitally. So again, most of yeah. A lot of the games that I play at the moment.
I used to be a game reviewer, Vitz. Do you know how many games I have digitally?
So the number one for me that I have on my list is Baldur's Gate 3. This is a game that I picked up through Steam. It's one of my all-time favorite games, and yeah, I believe you can buy this game physically, although it comes with a digital code. It has all like the soundtrack and all the rest of it in terms of special edition. But as a digital game that I own a license to play, given the way digital games work these days, yeah, it is one of the most treasured things in my Steam library, and everyone should check out Baldur's Gate 3. As I try to explain to Moody through the medium of D&D, there's magic that lies beyond that third Baldurian gate. That's
okay,
BG3.
I'll get there.
Yeah, sure.
I know you time, man.
Ames, name a game that you own digitally.
You know what?
Oh, God.
I'll shout out 2 because you can't buy them anymore. The first one is Deadpool on Steam. I own that one. You can't buy it anymore. Got delisted. And then when that Deadpool movie came out last year, the prices of all the Xbox and PS3 copies went to like fucking 200 quid or something. And I was just sat there with it in my Steam library. Anyway, it's fine. It's a fine game. It's all right. And the second one of my favorite games of all time, Spec Ops: The Line, which you also can't buy digitally, which I also own on Steam.
Hell yeah.
But you can still buy it on Xbox 360 and PS3. If you find a copy out in the wild, you should. It's fucking amazing.
100%. Those are some fantastic shouts. Moody, a game that you own digitally, my friend.
Yeah, this one's really easy one for me, and that is Star Trek Fleet Commander 3. I loved that game when it was out on PC years and years ago. It took forever for it to like be re-released to digital and everything, just because of like how the game was made and everything. I think like the transference was up to modern hardware. It was incredibly difficult to be able to do and everything, but they've been able to do it. It's now on GOG and everything for that. And yeah, it's I love that game. I always have and everything. And yeah, go check it out.
Hell yeah. Great suggestions all round again. The next one, and we're coming up towards the end, is name a game you love the style of. Few shout outs for me. The first would be Metaphor di Fantasio. The art style of the menus alone and the key art of all the characters are absolutely stunning. However, my actual answer is of the same vein, because it's Persona 5 Royal. That game oozes style in everything it does, from its menus to its music to the character art to the way combat works and how it's all so fluid and it's hyper stylized and it's incredible. And again, one of the very best stories I've ever experienced in video games. If you haven't checked out Royal, please do so, because that extra semester that they add is some of the finest pieces of video game storytelling I've ever come across. And Persona 5 Royal, you'll never see it coming.
Persona 5 Royal, 50% less homophobic than the original game.
Yes.
Sorry.
Let's hope they do that for Persona 4 as
if
well.
they just keep dialing it down, we'll get to 0 eventually.
That's it. Ames, name a game that you love the style of.
You know what? To my previous comments, Octopath Traveler 2, because pixel art is the
Great
best
shout.
art. And Chrono Trigger, which was released 30 years ago and still looks fucking glorious. Anyone who says that old games look bad can come and fight me.
I think that's a fair statement. It helps if you've got the appropriate tech to run them on, because I appreciate some old games on modern hardware can look worse.
Oh, 100%. It's like when I booted up Twilight Princess and I sent you that test video, like from the CRT, and it was like, look at how good this still looks like on the appropriate like monitor. Like, this looks fucking gorgeous. But yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But no, old games still have a huge amount of beauty to them, and there's they always say that the art really shines through when there's limitations, and with a lot of these old games, that's where it shines the most, because you can only do so much, kind of thing. With
obviously 2D HD, which is Octopath Traveler 2, is built to mimic that like style. Which, you know, and it looks phenomenal. Like, I think all the 2D HD games, like I think me and Moody have talked about it, they look incredible. But like, you know, Chrono Trigger was made for a 16-bit console. Like, they like did everything they could to make that game look as good as it does, and it still looks phenomenal 30 years later.
Like, I still remember one of the best things that me and Amy watched from a Xbox showcase. Was where one of the most funniest thing was for me was when the showcase was boring. We were just not enjoying it or anything like that, because it was all very AAA heavy, all that crap that's just not that we probably would try, but it's just like nothing that we know what we want to see and everything like that. So when I remember it, both of us was just like on our phones, and then Replaced came on screen, and we were just like, oh, okay. Hello.
Did the game lean forwards?
Yeah, we both was like, hello. Where have you been all our lives and everything? Or where have you been all this entire showcase and everything? I remember that moment just vividly all the time. It was always so funny to see that when that always happened for us.
Awesome. So, Mood, name a game you love the style of.
I have got two I want to shout out, if that's possible. Sure. One is I've already shouted out before weeks and weeks ago, but I'm going to shout out again. And that's just the art styles. I remember playing it, and the music itself was incredible. But the art, I remember seeing it when I first saw it visually, was just wow and everything. And that was We Are OFK. Visually, that was just an absolutely gorgeous game and everything, beautiful, visually stunning, music incredible. Go and check it out when you get a chance. The next one is I want to go to 2D pixel art like Amy, but I'm gonna finally bring in Pokemon, motherfuckers. The 2D adventures on for Pokemon there, and that's Pokemon like Pokemon Black and White absolutely incredible, visually just like stunning animation when it comes to the pixel art. I've been playing through Pokemon Black right now, just absolutely gorgeous and everything. Seeing that game and everything, and like I've been able to like play. I've got like on DS, but I was before I got my DS, but was originally playing it on my PC and everything, and it just looked gorgeous even on that and everything. So yeah, go and check. Pixel art, gorgeous animation. Do not, yeah.
You know what's really
these
funny?
naysayers like Vitz out there. Yeah. Don't worry, just don't listen to them.
There are dozens of us, dozens. You know, like, you know what's really funny about like your 2 picks there, Moons, is like when I was thinking like Octopath Traveler 2, and this is why we're on Team Same Brain when it comes to art style, because I was flip-flopping between that or like Neon White, which is like a very similar style to We Are OFK. I was like, oh, that heavily stylized, animated like style. So I love the fact that we both landed exactly the same place.
I think all 3 of us with Persona 5 Royal has got that same heavy anime style as well. So
where was the pixel of it? Where was the pixel of? See what I mean? It's me and Mooney, Team Sam Brain. You're halfway there. Come join the club, Vitz. Come join the club.
Hey,
Play a game.
I will join the club right now because the next one is name a game we played more than once, and I am picking The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Sorry.
The slander on this show. It's ridiculous. But no, Link's Awakening.
So you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 more than once?
I have not yet. Now that the final patch is out, I do intend to start, but time is the enemy that eludes us all.
Sorry,
but yeah, Link's Awakening, this is on the original Game Boy, so I was lucky enough to have the deluxe edition, and my brother had a Game Boy Color at the time, but it also was backwards compatible, so it also ran on the original Game Boy that I had. But also, I played that a bunch of times and replayed those, but also Link's Awakening, the remake that came out in 2019, I played that a number of times as well, and it's one of the games which is, that I refer to as my happy place. It's kind of, I know these streets, it's not my home, but I know these streets on the back of my hand kind of thing, and it's always nice to just kind of dip back into that world. And I'm sure if I pick up a Switch 2 down the road, then I'll be re-downloading that and going back to Covalent Island once more. So yeah, Link's Awakening is my shout for that. Ames, name a game that you played more than once.
What are you laughing at? Was it the 1,000-yard stare? I just hear the PUBG menu music on a loop where I'm like, yeah, I did play that more than once. Final Fantasy VII. I mean, like for a game that's as long as it is, I have played it like 5 or 6 times. Like that's probably like the most impressive air quotes, just in terms of like the length of the game versus how many times I've played it. You know, because I played Resident Evil 1 like 20 times, but it's less impressive because the game's only a few hours long.
Sure.
Impressive in air quotes. And then, like, you know, there's the cop-out answer of, motherfucker, I played like 700 hours of Halo Reach. But I'll stick with Final Fantasy VII, because it's like 50, 60 hours a pop, and I've definitely done that at least 5, 6 times in my life.
Yeah, no, 100%. That is, that's an incredible shout. And someone who dipped into Final Fantasy VII when Remake came around and with Rebirth, and I did pick up the original on Steam during a Steam sale, and I'm looking forward to going back to that at some point. But again,
it's gonna blow your mind. Like, as you've played you've played the first disc, Final Fantasy VII, as like the remake thing. It's gonna blow your mind. Like playing Final Fantasy, oh, like, what the fuck? What's this? Who's that? What's going on? I'm looking forward to it.
Don't worry, there's no spoiler in it.
On the first disc, anyway. 2 other discs.
There you go. Moody, my friend, name a game that you played more than once.
Bloody hell. It's an easy one. It is.
You're asking a QA tester to name a game he's played more than once.
Can I just pleasure?
Sorry, I know Moody was queuing up an answer, but I really just had to point that irony out.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a fair analogy.
Let's say for pleasure.
I don't know if this. I don't know now. You say for pleasure because the game I'm going to pick wasn't pleasurable. The 125 hours I spent with Amy in Among Us. Was that pleasurable? I don't know, but
time with friends is always pleasurable.
It was many times that I played that game. Many Saturday evenings with me, Amy, and the squad. The Among Us squad playing that game, murdering each other and everything. Yeah, I gotta give that one a shout out for that one. I could have gone Apex, like me, Amy, and
that's where I thought you were going when you said played with Amy. I was like, I'm thinking it's Apex, but I like this answer too.
Yeah,
I mean, you say murdering everyone. From all the clips I've seen, it's mostly Amy murdering you.
Oh no, I murdered Amy a few times as well.
It really wasn't. That one video was not indicative of how most Saturdays went.
That's a good old time.
I was so bad at that game most nights.
And she got angry at everybody when she was bad at it. Listen, I'm just minding my own business, doing this thing, and this person comes in and slices some, and then they get sliced, and I'm the one who gets called out saying they've sliced it, and she gets voted out, and it's like,
and I wasn't the imposter.
All he is.
Hope you all die.
Yeah. All right, then, friends, and we've come to the final challenge of this whole shenanigan business. Name a game that you never finished. I think one of the challenging ones to end this on, the video game that first came to mind for me is a Final Fantasy title, but it is Final Fantasy 14, the online MMO where you can play up to.
You want to talk about a cop out? That's a cop out. Naming an MMO.
I thought you were going to say Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, they haven't released the third game yet, Vitz. Give them time.
I want it now, goddammit. The other one I was going to say, Ames, was Lethal Company, because as much fun as we have, I don't think we've got a lot.
I don't think we know how to play that game. I'm not going to lie.
No, but Final Fantasy 14, I have played all the way through up until Endwalker, but there has been some new content that came out on new expansions with Dawn Trail and what have you. But after sinking over 290 hours in a couple of months in that game, I had to go cold turkey off that. I was like, you know what, I've finished Endwalker. It was the end of that story arc. I don't think it's ever going to get as good as this again. I'm happy to kind of to cancel the subscription and just like look back on all the different screenshots that I took of that game of being my character and all the Signs of the Seventh Dawn and all of the amazing all the amazing stories and the characters that I met in that game. But Final Fantasy 14 is my answer. Cop out or not. Ames, name a game that you never finished.
I think because it's like I could name any one of like 7,000
like
games that I've never finished. I could, but that's not really that interesting.
Chrono Trigger, she hasn't finished that. Yeah,
I haven't finished it yet. I think the most interesting answer, given everything I've done on this platform, I think the most interesting answer I can give is I've never finished Resident Evil 6.
Wow. Is there always a point? Is it the same point where you always drop off?
Oh, I've only ever tried to play it once.
Okay.
Like when I first
Amy,
played
there's so many different characters you can play as, and they all have their own individual.
When I first
UI.
played it, and I got to that, I did a bit of the Chris Redfield section, and it sucked.
Yeah. And
then I thought I'll try the other one, and then come back to Chris Redfield, and it was the dude who just runs around punching everyone, and I was like, this sucks more. Mm-hmm. Oh no, what do I do? And then I'll
try Baker's one.
Yeah. Albert Wesker's
that
son
boy had some
or whatever
backflips in him as well.
I love Troy Baker, but when he does bad characters, he does bad characters, and oh my god.
So yeah, it was a different time. It was like mid 2000s. Different time.
He had that one, and then he had Final Fantasy 13. Oh my god.
Oh, my boy Snow. Yeah,
I hated Snow.
that was the tough
so
character.
much. So much.
So yeah, despite the fact that I made the ultimate Resident Evil PowerPoint presentation, I've never actually finished Resident Evil 6.
Hell yeah. And you can check that Shout to Stream out on youtube.com/wordsbackgamesuk. Well, watch Legally Distinct 90s game shows.
Yeah, watch that as well. That's actually good. Don't watch my dumbass PowerPoint presentation.
Moody, name a game that you've never finished.
I think I've got his buff beat here quite easily.
Final Fantasy 9.
No, better.
Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis 3,
Yeah, I never finished the third one. That's true.
Kept bleeding death.
That's true.
Pokemon.
Because it doesn't exist, that's why I never finished it. But either way,
Right.
no. I've said it on many occasions. I love the game. I never finished it. That's Alien Isolation.
Wait, you give me all this shit about playing Alien Isolation and you haven't finished the motherfucker?
Yeah, I never finished it. I've stated that before, but yeah, I've said it before. Yeah, I've never finished that game. I hit a point after where the point was where I truly feel like the game should finish, and I'm just like, I can't go any further, and I was done, so I stopped. And I haven't gone back. And then I just watched it on YouTube to see the ending.
For new viewers to the Words About Games podcast here, first of all, hi, welcome. I'm glad you made it.
Moody, what have you done?
Yeah. Forces outside of my control has led me to play Alien Isolation on stream. Because everybody was going on about how great the game is, how terrifying it is, how brilliant it is. And yet
I stand by what I said.
No, to be fair, I am one of those that says you don't necessarily have to finish a game in order to, give it a critique or whatever it is, or to have an opinion on it. I'm giving you ribs, but it's all
Yeah,
good.
but now, Vitz, you have the ultimate opportunity to really get one over on him.
If I finish it.
Yeah,
If you finish
it, sir, yeah. Without having a heart attack.
You had me in the first half, the second half. I'm not sure I can do shit.
I have finished
Put
it.
it on
I can
easy.
help.
Yes.
Are you going to help like who
She did it in VR mode, mate.
Are we going to have similar advice from AIM saying don't die? is that going to be the extent of your
There's
advice?
not a lot to coach in Elden Ring. I've stated this multiple times and no one believes
And thanks
me.
to Never, we've already proven I'm the Dark Souls master, so it's all
This
good.
is true. Never.
I don't need coaching, even though I will still accept it.
And my friends.
You have the chance to do the funniest thing ever, is all I'm saying.
All I'll say before I get to the end of
I am
it
committed
is
to the
that
bit, Ames. You know this.
I am one of the people who actually, even though this is rare that I will give this man pointers. Ryan McCaffrey is right with his review. It is too damn fucking long, and it should have stopped at a certain point. Other than that, he's a terrible journalist, and he shouldn't have an Xbox podcast. But anyway,
McCaffrey out here catches strays for no reason.
Exactly.
getting compliments and attacks all at once. That's how I did live my life.
Confusingly.
And that, my friends, is going to bring us to the end of this video game challenge. I hope that was fun for you as much as it was for me. Ames, I hand the reins back over to you, good self.
Cool, let's have a halftime break. My first order of business.
Yes.
I'm dying. Listen to an ad. I don't know what the ad's going to be for. Probably still Pixel Pop Stars. Go watch it on YouTube.
What's good, everyone? I'm Vitz Patel. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, let's go.
It's time for Pixel Pop Stars, the video game and pop culture game show. Let these platformers beyond. Enter your state of flow.
Catch Season 2 of Pixel Pop Stars on Twitch and YouTube at Vitz Patel.
Vitz, how was the season finale of Pixel Pop Stars Season 2?
You know what? The season finale was very, very enjoyable. It was all different kinds of cathartic. We actually had a really close competition of our three finalists of Alec Bobco, Rahula Hoop, and the one and only Mr. Hawks. And as I announced on the show, we're going to be taking a kind of an extended break from Pixel Pop Stars. I have opened up the Google form for people to apply to be on our 3rd season, but it won't be for some time yet. So I'm going to explore some different creative outlets, maybe a little tabletop something, a little bit of Daggerheart, maybe a little bit of D&D, maybe. So yeah, we're going to explore some different creative things that I want to do, and then come back with fresh energy, fresh games to do the 3rd season. The 3rd season proud of our very own game show, and already come up with some new game ideas, which I'm looking forward to kind of workshopping and formulating and making sure we can get that right. I took a moment to say at the end of the stream as well. Might as well take this opportunity as well. Thank you for everyone who's shown me love and support and has come through either as contestants or in chat or in YouTube comments to show me the love for this, because it is scary doing this, and there is a lot of spinning plates to look after, and we made some mistakes, and one of them cost someone a championship in season 1, but we learn from them, and with every single stream that we do, every single production we put together, we level up our skills, we level up our experience, and we come back better, and we come back stronger, and we just try and build a safe space even for all of our friends to come together and have a grand old time. And I think I did that. So trying to be kind to myself, give myself a few pats on the back.
Pixel Pop Stars has been awesome. I look forward to whatever else you do next. I hope I get to be a part of it. As far as the season 2 finale goes, I felt really bad for him, but it was really validating to watch Rahula Hoop get completely screwed over by the picture game like I did in season 1. Like, it was very validating to see somebody else go through what I went through. But I did feel really bad.
Leonardo DiCaprio point at the screen.
It's like, so solidarity, but also thank you. It's not just me.
I got you, girl. I got you. But no, it was a huge amount of fun to put together all the shows and all the different game modes and for each of those, and writing all the questions for Special Subject Showdown and how that all kind of came together. And for sure, like we made some interesting learnings of shortening the length of the 3rd round, because I think it made for a much better show, kept the show within a tight 2 hours. And so there's a lot of lessons we'll be taking over to an eventual season 3. But I really want to do some more creative writing, get back into the TTRPG space, and have a play around with some Daggerheart, because that looks fun and doesn't necessarily have the stink of D&D and the Wizards of the Coast right now. So we might be looking forward to doing a little bit of that. And who knows, Amy's going to bully me into doing something anyway, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you want, I can bully you instead if you don't want Amy to do it. If you want to give Amy a break, I can do it for you.
I think Amy likes it, though.
We could tag team it, like, because it is a lot of effort to bully somebody. Like, we could tag.
That
team
is true.
it,
like,
that is true. Pass the baton backwards and forwards. No, like to
me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you.
Chuckle Brothers in.
Yeah. To be serious about it for a second.
Chuckle siblings.
Like your like creative instincts and the things that you put together are just so cool. It's so cool to just like get to be a part of it whenever you do anything. So like. That's where the bullying comes from. I just want to be a part. I just want to be a part of the amazing things that fall out of your brain.
You can just ask.
Just as long as I don't have to decode any pixelated images.
That's what the next campaign's going to be. You come to a mural. What I fucking wanted in our round. This is the thing. I wanted that one. Because all of them, apart from one on the first round, the episode 1 of season 2, completely sucked at it. Apart from one, and then another, like it's like it ain't hard to decide for a fucking poster.
Apparently it is.
I mean, I have video
screaming
evidence.
At all of yous in the final season 1. It's Buffy the fucking Vampire Slayer. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's Buffy the Vampire. And then it just got worse and worse. And I'm screaming at the TV. It's Buffy the fucking Vampire Slayer. You fucking scrubs.
You know what, Moody? I will accept criticism of my Pixel Pop Stars performance from you when you reach a final yourself.
Ah!
when you reach a final to lose on your own. Damn, I was trying to make that a really nice part of the podcast, but you brought it out. You brought it out.
I do that. That's the kind of guy I am. Maybe I just bring it out here.
Indie game of the week is something we do every week on this podcast, where we talk about a cool-looking upcoming indie game that we think looks cool. We think you should check out. We think you should wishlist. If you like indie games, scroll down at the description of wherever you're choosing to listen to and or watch this podcast. There's a link to our Steam Curator page, which has all of our previous indie games of the week, which is well over 150 indie games at this point. I have to apologize last week for saying and all of them are on sale. At the time we were recording, there was a Steam sale. At the time the podcast went live, the Steam sale was over. My bad. Many of them were, in fact, not on sale.
I imagine you going back to Steam. Oh no!
I know it was like we recorded, finished, and then I opened my phone that night and saw everybody, all the indie devs I follow, being like, "The Steam sale ends tomorrow. You should buy my game." And I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
Edit and get it out quicker.
No. I did none of that. I just left it all in. It was my bad. I said sale a lot. But we've got an indie game of the week this week for you. It's called There Are No Ghosts at the Grand. I'll read some of the Steam store description. Inherit a crumbling English hotel and restore it by day, while battling ghosts by night. With a sardonic cat, a talking power tool, and a twisting supernatural plot, this is a musical mystery unlike any other. Will you be able to hold it together while everything around you falls apart? There Are No Ghosts at the Grand is many things, including a musical. Each mysterious character you meet or choose to help has their own story and song waiting to be uncovered. From spooky ska to wartime jazz to skater punk, each song is uniquely theirs and sometimes surprisingly so. Duet with them to reveal their deeper truths.
Hell yeah! This game looks really cool from an art style perspective. And yeah, obviously it's got like some kind of power wash simulator vibes like during the day and stuff. So yeah.
It's like House Flipper meets Phasmophobia. meets a musical, which if you're me and Moody, Phasmophobia sometimes turns into a musical.
What an adorable name for a developer as well. Friday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So Sunday like the dessert.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I saw this in the latest issue of Edge magazine. I was like, I gotta put this on the curator. This looks and sounds cool. And yeah, I'm into it. Let's go. I love musical. We don't get enough musical games.
Oh yeah, it runs on pretty much anything like 1060 upwards on your PC. So
if you want to,
most people should be fine.
Absolutely. If you want to learn more about the game, there's much more of a Steam store description. I only copied a couple of paragraphs. Click the link in the description wherever you're interacting with this podcast. It'll take you right to the Steam page. You can read, you can look at the screenshots, you can watch the trailer, you can wishlist the game. You should always wishlist the games. Wishlisting games helps developers. It helps you. It helps everybody. There's no reason not to.
No excuses.
No reason not to do it. It's one button. Mm-hmm. It's right there. I can see it.
And if you don't, Amy will come and bully you. So don't do that.
I only bully people I like. I ignore people I don't like. I'm working on it.
Uh-huh. This is you pushing all the girls in the mud because you like them.
Something like that,
yeah.
That was Indie Game of the Week. Indie games, man. What a concept.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue the podcast, the main thrust of the podcast. Vitz, you did an excellent job. You brought that chart to us. We had a really fun discussion about some video games. And I saw that chart and I thought, I don't really want to talk about anything else that's been going on around video games. Like, there's this thing going around about friend slop or whatever. It's like, I'm not touching that with a 20-foot barge pole. And then I thought, what if we just keep the good times rolling with having a chill podcast where we talk about video games? So I wrote some additional follow-up challenge, prompt, question, whatevers to what you shared via the person off of Blue Sky. Just to continue what the fuck is happening to Moody?
I've got no idea.
Is
Is
he
he
being
watching live
electrocuted?
sports?
What if one of those was the correct answer? Moody...
Did he get hit by Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the most electrifying man in all sports entertainment? What the hell happened?
I guess we'll find out at some point. Anyway, I chose the wrong moment to look up. So I thought we'd keep it going. I wrote these question prompts like right before we started recording because I didn't want to have extra time with them. I feel like we've been going like kind of like flow of consciousness. So I wrote them right before we started recording. I've had about as much time looking at them as you two will have reading them because they're on my phone. They're not on the doc yet. I haven't seen them. So we'll just kick off. And I'll just keep reading until we run out of time, air quotes. So here's the first question. I'm going to direct it towards Vitz first. We'll go in the same order we were going before, just to keep everything consistent. Vitz, what's a game that ignited your What's the game that ignited your passion for games? The one.
Oh, okay. So it's one of the very first games that I ever played, and it was Street Fighter 2. So I played this on the Commodore Amiga 500, and it came on 4 floppy disks, and I was just fascinated with the concept of fighting games and how not only did it give you I mean, the game ran terribly on this Amiga port, but you had 2 people just coming through and whipping each other's butts. But then it also gave you some life advice, like they kick your ass and then say, "Go home and be a family man." I was like, "All right, maybe I will." Back in the day, and it's just like the funniest things of just appreciating the different layers of action, the planes of action that was happening in terms of what's going on in the background and how, like in Chun-Li's stage, you got Ryu and Ken there throwing fireballs at each other in the back. Commerce is happening. There's just a dude at the fish market. And it's just an analogy for life of whatever's going on around you, just mind your business. Just buy whatever fish you want and then get your ass home. That's what you're going to do. So Street Fighter 2 was the one. Most of it comes down to, jokes aside, like Yoko Shimomura's soundtrack remains iconic, and she is one of the GOATs. That was what really ignited video games for me. And then my parents was like, "Nope, okay, exams are coming up, therefore no video games for a while." And then I didn't play anything more until I got my PlayStation 2 in 2003.
Damn. Street Fighter 2 is just that good. It sustained you through the long winter.
Exactly. And everybody knows what Hadouken is, as we've learned.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was with you, and now I'm not. I hate you. Why would you do this to me?
True sight all over again.
Fuck's sake, you and your fucking games. I was just really nice to you as well. For me, it was a 1-2 punch. I've told this story before, but like as a kid who got like games consoles and games off of like my parents, like for Christmas and birthdays and stuff, and had very little control over what I actually played. Like I was raised like on a diet of like Sonic the Hedgehogs and Golden Axes and whatever else was like popular enough to stand out, whatever. So I was like, it was fun, but I wasn't like super hardcore into games until I got my PS1. And then I got 2 games in really close succession to each other. The first one was Final Fantasy VII. Right? I'd never heard of an RPG before. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I got that game. And wow, I played that over a summer. And then Resident Evil 2 was the second one. It's like I played those games back to back, and like it just blew my mind. And I was like, oh, if this is what video games can be, maybe I'll play more of them.
Yeah, they were no longer toys kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like some real deep shit they were getting into.
It was like, it's no longer just like a thing I do for fun when like like I just boot up Sonic and I mess around pushing buttons on the controller. Like Sonic's fine, but like for me, once I got into that double whammy of like my first RPG and my first survival horror game back to back, I was like, and I like, as you can see by the physical games I showed off, like that's Spotlight. Don't ignore that. It's like which were all RPGs and survival horrors. Like it kind of stuck. But yeah, that's mine. Those were my
yeah.
two. Moody, the game that ignited your passion for games, or games.
Obviously, like Final Fantasy 9, absolutely iconic to me. Favorite game of all time. Passionate games, geez, like it's like this stages. Like this is the thing about it. Like I've told the story to you, Amy, many times. I don't know if you've really fully noticed, Fitz. There's a massive gap in my gaming knowledge, so gaming in general. Like as part where I'm up to the PS2, but I'm not like playing many games. I'm only playing like games with like a like what I'm interested in at the time, which was like when I was young, I was a massive wrestling fan and everything. So it was like the SmackDown games and everything like that. Massive Pokemon fan, so like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow and everything. But there's also like a stage where I've just completely missed pretty much the entire of the 360 in the PS3 era. Even though I got a PS3 like right at the end and like played some like its big games. Last of Us, the Uncharted games, and like Infamous and everything, and I'm sure there's other ones I haven't mentioned. I'm very out of the gaming sphere until the PS4 really came around when I heard that, and then my gaming habits completely changed altogether. So like I want to like shout out like The Last of Us is like for me is like one of the best games. It's one of the greatest stories ever told in video games. It's like there's a reason why they adapted it into a show and everything. It was absolutely phenomenal and just eye opening, just what they were able to do in it and everything. Mm-hmm. But then like you see like small, but that's like one of the biggest AAA games out there. And then you see a small game like Vemba that I played a few years ago. It is nothing to the level of like more of how much it would have cost to make that game compared to like The Last of Us and everything, but it's like a game that I would put on the same pedestal of that, of just how much I love that game. So like yeah, like it's spread out like really much of like of my history when it comes to it, but like yeah, those are like the ones I would say overall.
So
100%.
I love an answer which starts with "it comes in stages." Like I love it. I love it. That's my exact like personality on YouTube. It's like, okay, there's a simple question with a complicated answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's my entire video essay career.
My answer is yes, but in many ways my answer is it depends.
My answer is yes, with 12 bullet points and 64 slides. Let me tell you about it. And I just pull out the button. There will be an intermission.
It's like I could throw in like the games that helped me realize of my sexuality. Like I've said it before, Mass Effect, Life is Strange: True Colors. Like those two games massively opened my eyes and everything. So it's just like, yeah, it's like there's so many. Yeah, it's like I said, like it's a easy answer, but it's complicated to get to to that answer.
Oh yeah,
games are powerful.
Yeah, I went a little bit deeper with my prompts. Next prompt for you first, Fitz. A game you are surprised that you love.
Ooh, a game I'm surprised that I'm gonna say Blueprints, only because I typically have never got on well with roguelites. Mm-hmm. In the fact of I often find it incredibly frustrating that your progress gets wiped, and so anytime you're on a really good run and you've got all these stats going for you, you've got this awesome weapon and this great build, and then all of a sudden, because it's the first time you come across a boss or something in say Rogue Castle, I want to say. No. And anyway, so the first time you come across a boss and you get your ass handed to you because you haven't learned the patterns and whatever it is, and then you lose everything and you've got to build up from zero again. It's really frustrating. However, Blueprints was the first first game with roguelike elements, I should say, where the knowledge of what you learned in the previous run was the real treasure going forwards. And that's the knowledge that I was taking, rather than understanding that okay, this item is always here, and so on and so forth, because it's not always the same in blueprints because of the rooms you're drafting and so on and so forth. But yeah, so I'm going to say blueprints.
Nice, good answer. I like it. Cool answer.
Thank you.
My answer is it's a series, I guess, because I'm not just going to pick one out of them. It's the Forza Horizon series because it takes it takes one thing that I'm really over and mashes it up with something I have never really enjoyed outside of like driving the Warthog in Halo or playing Burnout, which is a game where you're encouraged to crash into things, which is the only thing I'm typically good at, and like mash them together in a way where I'm like, I've played every Forza Horizon game. I really like all of the Forza Horizon games. It's like I can just stick it on and just like drive around for a bit, and I've never understood why I enjoy those games. Because like I've played other driving games, or even just like driving sections in other games annoy me. Like because I'm just not someone who likes driving like in video games or in real life, considering I don't have a license and can't do it.
Yes.
So yeah, like one that always surprises me is the Forza Horizon games.
I love that answer. Yeah, there's a certain freedom in just being able to go any direction you want, and for sure it has some very light sim elements to it, kind of thing, when it comes to simulating the physics and the way cars handle and all the rest of it. But it's a sandbox where you can just have fun, and for sure there's structured things you can do it, and there's events to do and whatnot. But if you just want to fuck around, then you can do that too, and it's a really low barrier to entry in terms of having fun in that game immediately, because you can pick pretty much off the rip. It gives you like all the cars that you want to mess around in. For sure, you can like go through like a career mode and get faster cars and whatnot, but you can find a car that you can have a huge amount of fun in, and whatever you want to do. Do you want to go and smash this up? Do you want to go do jumps? Do you actually want to try and race somebody? It's the possibilities are endless, and more often than not, the environments are stunning to drive through, and yeah, there's a whole lot of fun to be had.
Nice. Moody.
I have two. Both that I don't play anymore or anything like that, but I very much like at the time I was in it and was playing a lot of it and everything. And one of it is Rainbow Six Siege. I was massively into that game when it first came out. Playing it like with Fixer and everything all those years ago and everything. And I've dropped off it just because the fan base and the fans and the players are just absolutely incredibly toxic and everything. So it's just like, it's not a game, but it's sweaty as hell. And I just can't keep up, and I admit that and everything. I wasn't the greatest or anything like that, but I felt like I could competent play. But now it's just like, it's too sweaty and it's too insane, and it's just like, yeah. But I have a fond memory with the game, and I think it's like a game that I think is massively underappreciated, I feel like, by Ubisoft and everything. But I feel like they might be finally realizing that, because like they've thrown a big, absolute, massive update onto the game and everything, and especially with how like they've been trying to push into the stupid how this live service thing and everything can fail, and massively when they already have basically a live service type of game in it in Rainbow. Which has been nothing but a massive success for them. But yeah, I have a massive love for that. And the other one is one that kind of already mentioned already. Apex Legends, like both first-person shooters and everything. I don't play it anymore. I don't think I'll ever go back and everything. But there's the time of just like, yeah, it was during COVID and everything, but it was like we were in it. It was it was all heck of fun. It was a fun time, incredible time playing it with Amy and Fairwald and everything. Like it was just like one of us just always like message one of it Apex, and we were there ready to go, because obviously we were all in our houses anyway. But yeah, it was just so much fun playing it and everything. And I'll have fun memories of them. I'll never go back to them probably, but yeah, I have massive fun memories of them.
Awesome.
You say that, but charity. We have a charity thing where I could force people to do things.
All right, I'll go back and post try Apex, but I'm not touching Siege.
No, okay? I'm not going to say Siege. I've never played Siege. I meant getting the band back together for Apex.
Adding the new one with us, the lone wolf himself.
No, I don't want to get embarrassed by how much better he is in first-person shooters. Let's go with what is your ultimate comfort game?
For me, it was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That was a game that I did endlessly play, even though I'd done all the Grand Prix and got 3 stars and everything. But yeah, for being able to just jump in, start any Grand Prix at 200cc and just find that moment of zen was really special for me. And it was a nice way for me to just tune out the outside world and really get into the zone and other cliches like that to say. It was a nice place to be, and I knew that at least in that game nothing terrible was going to happen. I wasn't going to be looking after a daughter who's going to die in my arms. There wasn't going to be a colossal amount of murder that I'm going to have to do and stuff like that. It was just a wholesome time racing.
Last of Us. I guess both of those are The Last of Us.
Well, Last of Us Uncharted. There's a whole lot of murder.
All right, cool. Yeah, sure. I was like, which games is he talking about? Well, The Last of Us is the first one. Cool. Yeah. My ultimate comfort game. So I've got 2. I guess they're series as well. The first one is Halo. I feel like I can just jump into some Halo multiplayer, whatever, and just have fun. Like I'm in university playing Halo 2 with Russ over Xbox Live on the original Xbox before they started charging money for it. And unlike in modern gaming, back then when you played, you had to listen to gamers hurl slurs at each other. Unlike now, which never happens. But no, it was a fun time. And I could just boot up any of the old Halo games, jump in, find a multiplayer match, and just have a good time for that. And the other one, and I mentioned this on the video essay I did earlier this year, which is it's the Souls games, which seems paradoxical because those games are super hard, challenges or whatever, but I don't know, I just find them really comforting to play. I could just jump into Elden Ring right now and just run around and do stuff in it, maybe try out a new weapon or try out a new build, some new spells or something, and just I don't know, when I feel down, I know Elden Ring's got me, or Bloodborne or Dark Souls.
Any of the horrible places they've got you.
Not Sekiro. Can't do Sekiro.
Not yet.
Not ever. Moody.
For me, I've got a couple. For me is one right now, even though I'm really off it right now, just because of we need a new game, hurry up. Sports Interactive, but I'm a massive fan of Football Manager games, and I can just switch my brain off and just chill and sit back and relax on that. It's a game I can just go up, just chill and just it's really just so easy. It's easy just to sit back and chill. Other ones that I've had done that before is like the remakes of Resi 2 and Resi 3, just because of just how easy they are, just to smash through within an hour and a half, and you just yeah, that's good. There's my it's like a quick workout type of thing. And there's my workout. There we go. Now run around saving the city or getting out of a city type of thing. But no, yeah, it's
did you go to the gym today? He said no, but I ran around Raccoon City PD.
yeah. I was running around the city all night for an hour and a half. Yeah, I survived a zombie apocalypse. That's my workout. But no, yeah, it's
you and me played that Resident Evil 2 remake so much.
Yeah, we did.
doing that stupid racing thing, with all the weapons unlocked and stuff. I remember I was streaming RE3 remake, and the bit where you go to the raccoon police department.
Yeah.
And I just did the save code because it was the same one. I just knew it. I didn't need to go looking for the note because I'd done it so many times while we were doing that. I was like, oh, yeah, it worked.
Yeah. Which is really fun and really fun and nice little detail to that as well. Yeah. So no, yeah. Yeah.
That was a good time when we did the. Yeah, I like those answers. Those are good answers. It's funny you mentioned that specific thing because then I'm going to go to another question I wrote down. If you were going to speedrun a game, what game would you choose?
Oh, I already have to answer that because I'm already contemplating doing it anyway. So
I'm in this headspace where I'm like, I think I'm gonna try speedrunning soon.
yeah, I'm in the same. I'm kind of there with you.
For me, it's Portal 2.
That's a heck of a run.
I really, really, really love that game. I don't think I'd be like competitive in like any times or whatnot, but I reckon I could blitz through that game pretty damn quick. And maybe on like if we're lucky enough to get through our marathon stream this year, as we're Raid 24 safe in our world, then yeah, maybe you'll get to see that.
That's a cool run. I've watched that run. It's very like when you like hit all the stuff with like the portals and stuff, like it just looks so cool.
But yeah, Portal 2 would be my shout.
I have like a dozen of these. I'm not going to name them all for the sake of brevity. The one that keeps floating to the top of my mind is the one that I've kind of sort of done without like doing any like speedrun strats or anything. I was just like trying to get my time down. Before I even knew what speedrunning was, like I did this on a PS2, which is going to tell you how long ago that was. Actually, I played on a PS2 earlier this year, but like when the PS2 was still a thing is when I was doing this, which is the original Resident Evil 2. Like I got like without doing any like speedrun strats or knowing anything about like speedrunning, I think I got my time down in like an hour and 40 minutes, like playing through that game. And like I've always thought like it's not that much further to get on the leaderboard on speedrun.com. for Resident Evil 2. So that one is like the one at the top of my mind. The second one would probably be Resident Evil 2 Remake because like me and Moody did kind of do that a little bit. But those with like again, I've got like a bunch, but like I have been thinking about it. But I've been fascinated to hear Moody's.
Pokemon.
Which one?
All Pokemon.
Any specific
any of them. I've been watching the speed runs and everything for, like I say, from GDQ and everything. Like we watched. Did we watch or did I watch the Shield one?
I don't think we watched the Pokemon one together.
Yeah,
I think it was just the Alien one.
Alien Isolation. Yeah, but anyway, I watched it and I was just like, this is insane. But like, really, that's like. Because of how easy that game is, I can see how they've been able to do this. And now, like, to know, like, so speedrunners could used to get, always took them 5 hours to get Scarlet and Violet to be on Switch. Now they can get it, and now they can get it under like I think 4.5 hours now for that, which is just insane. But no, it's to see that and like. Yeah, I'm contemplating like giving a go for it, that. It's either a speedrun or doing a proper sit down Nuzlocke, and everything for once and everything because I want to probably do that and everything.
Yeah, those are the other things I've done because I've done randomizer runs before through the original Resident Evil, like, and those are a lot of fun. And there's like other stuff like bingo, and like Nuzlocke, like you say, like there's tons of like ways you can approach it. Like I've been recommending the video to you for years where it's like it's the Resident Evil 2 remake, no damage run. It's really fucking cool. But like I don't know.
You have to send that to me so I can watch it because I keep forgetting. So
I'll link it after we finish the podcast. But that's cool. Like,
I've been saying for a while that I think you and me should do a Pokemon Soul Link, a Nuzlocke Soul Link. I think that would be a lot of fun.
This is where our Twitch channel turns into a speedrunning channel. This is where it starts. That's awesome. Okay, let's change the vibe a little bit. Yeah, we've got some time. A game that made you ugly cry.
Oh fucking hell!
I know your answer, Moody.
There's a few. So, first thing that immediately springs to mind is Shadow of the Colossus. I won't say what point for spoilers. Absolutely, the Last of Us. The Last of Us in a lot of places. For good and for bad reasons. That definitely made me ugly cry. There have been a couple of others. Those are the ones which stand out to me right now. God of War. And then even just watching the Let's Plays of Ragnarok, 1000%. That got me all in the feels as well. And yeah, it's definitely for those story heavy elements where it just deals with some like sometimes wholesome, sometimes mature themes, and yeah, it gets me really in the feels because I happen to get emotionally invested in these tales, and it's up to me, and it's my responsibility to get these characters through whatever harrowing situation they happen to find themselves in, and you know, sometimes not everybody makes it.
Oh no, I'm on the sticks.
Yep.
Cool. That's awesome. For me, Final Fantasy VII is a given.
Yes.
I'm going to shout out 2 indie games actually for this one. The first one is an indie game called If Found, which like discovering it at the time that I did, and everything that was going on in my life while I played it, just broke me in half, like emotionally. It was only like it's only like 2 or 3 hours long, and I highly recommend everybody checks it out. It's a visual novel about a trans character written like made by a trans person, and it thoroughly obliterated every emotional fiber in my being. And another one, and I'll shout out another indie game that I think everybody should play. And again, it's not long. It's very gameplay light. It's very visual novel-esque. It's called To the Moon, which I don't hear a lot of people talking about anymore. But at the time it came out, it was very popular. But both excellent story games, both like absolutely made me weep. Like I get emotional in a lot of games, but like crying, like specifically, like is like something that's hard for video games to make me. Like not many video games have made me do.
Definitely.
Moody.
I'm curious what you think my answer is.
Well, I think one of your answers is Life is Strange True Colors.
Yeah, Life Strange True Colors.
Fair.
Yeah, and I think that because you told me that to my face on the podcast.
I did. Yeah. It's no doubt is the yeah, Life is Strange True Colors, episode 2. It's the moment I realized I was in a really bad place when it came to the passing of my dad. I've said that before. The scene absolutely broke me because it showed me what I was. It showed me what just how empty I was feeling without realizing how I was actually feeling and everything. And just like I've said before, the Deck 9 I truly believe saved my life and that. For it, even though they did double exposure, but we won't talk about that.
Hey, no one's perfect.
No one's perfect. That's true.
Nobody's perfect.
But no, yeah. I'll shout out Last of Us Part 2. The ending with that, I was physically shaking because I didn't want to do it. There's many of the scenes in Last of Us. I'm just like, I don't want to be doing this. Why am I doing this? That's why I love the game so much, because they went for it. They said, you may not want to do this, but this is our story and this is what we're going for and everything. And I respected them for that and everything, and I loved it for it. And yeah, the whole ending, I was just absolutely just shaking. Why am I doing this? I remember in my room on my table, playing it, and my partner's looking at me saying, "Are you okay?"
No, absolutely not.
I am not okay. They wanted me to do something I don't want to do. Have to do this thing, and I'm just praying to God that they actually will step in here, and they do. Thank God they do step in. Which I accept.
even to this day, there's a beautiful instrumental version of Future Days, which is on YouTube, and I'll send it to my fellow hosts here after the fact. And even hearing that now gets me in the feels. But it's also like the stunningly beautiful moments of that game, and there is moments of beauty to be found. It's Ellie playing Take On Me in the music store when that first happened for me. That got me right in the feels, and just how Dina looked at her, and it's pure love. At least that was my interpretation of it anyway, kind of thing. And that just really got me. But to your point, the more harrowing things that game has you doing, and the impact that it left. And for sure, it was risky and it was messy. It shot for the stars, and in many ways it missed, and in many ways it hit. But yeah, that is one special title right there.
Like, I completely see where Amy is soured on The Last of Us 2, because I had I think, what was it, like a good few days, at least a week.
Moody finally bullied me into explaining it to him.
Yeah. I didn't bully you. I asked the question while we were streaming together.
It was the 69th time he'd asked the question. I went, all right, you know what? Just because it's you.
Was it?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Where I do get that, because I think I had a good few days to sit on it and understand it. Amy finished it, then went into a podcast to do a review spoilers cast on it. I completely, the more I think about it, I completely get where she comes from for all that and everything.
It's my fault. I'm in charge of scheduling the podcast. It was 100% my fault.
You needed a week. You needed a week to sit on it. I
learned a lot of lessons that day.
That year you heard a lot of lessons. Don't review a game.
Stop reviewing games. You hate
it. But no, it was. I'm sure there's other ones, but no,
this is good. The Plus has got me good. God damn.
Sorry?
I want to do one more
Shadow
question.
of the Colossus is going to be good.
Sorry,
that's fair.
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus definitely. Yeah, I want to do one more. It's going to make us go slightly over time, but I want to do it's paired with the last one. A game that made you cry laughing.
Oh, Baldur's Gate 3. Easily Baldur's Gate 3.
I can see that.
just the bit with the bear in the shed. And
shit. I was thinking of the bit where you go to hell and you do the boss fight.
And he's singing his own.
And he's singing his own boss fight theme song. Yeah, no, I see that. That's a good one.
That game genuinely made me cry laughing. Baldur's Gate 3. Go check it out. Spend some time with Mama K. You'll be fine.
Because I have three really quickly that I'm not differentiating.
I'm feeling me and Amy might have the same.
We might have one of the same ones, I think. But one is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I streamed that game from start to finish in one stream, and it was one of my favorite streams I ever did. Where I was just and I had so much fun. I had a good laugh at the game. The game is extremely funny, but I think the fact that I was interacting with the game with people in chat who had never played the original Stanley Parable, so getting to mess around with that, from that perspective as well, made that made that really good. 2, Monster Prom is one of the funniest games in the history of video games. And if you've never played it, you should definitely go and check it out. It's fucking incredibly well written. And the third one, Phasmophobia, the game itself, not very funny. It's a game where you go hunting ghosts. Playing the game with Moody and Ryan, singularly funniest experiences of my life.
Fair. No, we don't have the same answer there. I can tell you that. I did not have have fast.
Among Us was good. Is good fun. Good for a laugh. Sea of Thieves is good for a laugh. But for me, the most I ever laughed with a multiplayer game was getting Moody, getting Ryan, sometimes getting other people. I remember we had Foxes there, we had a good laugh, and we've had Elfie, and we've had other people. But Phasmophobia is the funniest times I've ever had with other people. And I'm done. Moon.
So you obviously kind of stretched that, I think, because you were saying yes a game, but it's because of the people you played with played the game, and I feel like that, which is fine, because I agree with you. That was a lot of fun, and we all the time cried, laughed all the time at that one. When it comes to a game itself, for what's done for with story and everything like that, I'm going to shout out the Mass Effect 3 Citadel DLC. Just absolutely one of the best DLCs, I think, personally ever. Just to how they were able to wrap that up, to give you a heck of a send-off with these amazing characters that you've gone on an incredible journey with. In this, especially if you have a lot of them, if not all of them, basically, that you can get to there. It's one of the most funniest DLCs. So it's the villain is so not interesting because it's not there. And they even make it out to that. They're just like, I don't care about this villain. I don't care at all. I just want to go and have a party with my family one last time. And the villain is it's like, and it's like, even like Shepard's just like, there's a part where he's trapped and they're just chatting. And he says, and then he gets
like that?
Yeah. And then he says, "Oh, Edie, can you get us out of here, this please?" Yeah, and she does straight away. And it's just like, "Oh, there we go." It was the moments, it's the characters and everything that just the whole thing. Rex just closing and saying no. It's one of the greatest things in the party. But yeah, I'll shout out again already. Like Among Us, that was just generally some of the funniest banter I think I've ever had, along with Faz, because like the singing and everything is incredible in that. But yeah, just some of the funniest banter in Faz. Pegging to this day is one of the funniest things ever.
You had a mushroom.
yeah. My vegan fish and chips, which was a mushroom. Yes, it was. It's.
And can I just say, on the Faz front, I still have the songs you made up on the spot stuck in my fucking head.
I do not. I won't lie. I would have to hear them again, but yeah.
George Taylor, where are you? You smell.
Oh shit!
You smell like pee-pee and poo-poo. And then there was a dance, an in-game dance.
There was
an in-game dance. And it ended in Moody's violent death.
It really was. It really,
It was a banger of a song.
Yeah. It's a shame what happened to that game.
Yeah, they're talking about overhauling it next year. I was thinking about asking Ryan and seeing and check it out. Maybe like see what they've done with it when they release it in 1.0. But like,
hit me up.
I just remember doing that one with Ryan where it's like I timed it out when I made the clip, and it's like I got fucking ganked in 69 seconds from walking through the front door.
Of course you did. Only you can manage that.
The most we got a demon and it just went, I'm gonna kill you. And I timed it out 69. I was like,
the sexy time. The sexy number.
But yeah, no. That's cool. That's awesome. I love that. That was so much fun. Thank you for indulging me in my questions that you had never seen before.
No, those were fantastic. We should do that again sometime.
Yeah, I'm down from having like more chill, stress-free podcasts to break up, the destruction of the video game industry.
Yeah, the doom and gloom.
Like this podcast, as long as this podcast falls under the remit of words about games, this podcast can be whatever we want it to be.
There you go.
If we start a podcast and I do greetings and welcome, guys, gals, etc., we're joined by Moody and we're joined by Vitz. And Vitz, if you just put a DM screen up and went roll for initiative, I'd roll with it.
There you go.
It's a game. As long as we get to do a little indie game of the week in the middle, that's absolutely fine.
There you go, right?
Why are you giving them ideas?
We can do whatever we want. It's our podcast. But, we can mostly do whatever we want. We do have a running order. And speaking of a running order, it's time for OpenCritic Head-To-Head. This is the game we play every week where we try to guess the OpenCritic averages of upcoming games. Whoever guesses closest to the score at the time of recording gets a point. If you manage to guess the score correctly, you get 2 points. If Vitz decides to sabotage the whole thing, nobody gets any points. Is that foreshadowing? Yeah, that's fucking foreshadowing. Last week, we tried to guess the OpenCritic average of 2 games. The first game, Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream. I guessed it would get an 82. Moody San guessed it would get an 88. Vitz guessed it would get an 86 at the time of recording. Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream has an OpenCritic average of 81, which means Amy gets the point.
GG's.
GG's indeed. Now, 2 weeks ago, we sat on this podcast and we floated the idea of Vitz and Amy teaming up because we can't catch Moody individually, but maybe we could catch him together. And I am now here to say I am officially breaking that team up.
See,
Screw you, Vitz.
We had that agreement, and then I came up with my own agreement of what if
relationship
gas
ended.
draws up.
relationship ended with Vitz Patel. The lone wolf? You go over there. You be the lone wolf. Because we also tried to guess the OpenCritic average of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I guessed it would get 92. Moody San guessed it would get 88. Vitz decided to plonk himself right in the middle so he could try and cause some draws and guess the 90. And wouldn't you know it, Donkey Kong Bonanza has an OpenCritic average of 91, which caused a draw between myself and Vitz and gave nobody any points. You're dead to me.
Nobody wins.
That puts the scores at Vitz 12, Amy 13, Moody 27. My new stated goal is now just to destroy Vitz. Moody, congratulations on your victory this year. I hope you'll forgive me for paying absolutely no attention to whatever you're doing for the rest of the year and singular focus on destroying Vitz Patel in this game.
All good.
Okay. We're going to guess the OpenCritic average of 2 more games this week. The first one, No Sleep for Konami Date. From the Somnium Files. I looked up how to pronounce that. I probably still butchered it. Vitz, you're up first. Try causing a draw this week, motherfucker.
For those who don't know, this is a Spike Chunsoft joint. I think this game is going to get an 83, please.
83. Moody, you're... No, you're not. Sorry. Everything moved around a second there. I'm up to bat next. I'm trying to do
I'm doing the maths.
I'm trying to do the opposite math to what you're doing. It's hard to do though. It's hard maths to do because it's like they're 80.
Okay.
No possible way for me and Vitz to draw, right? Yeah, no possible way for me and Vitz to draw.
Yeah.
Moody.
But if Moody... Oh, I thought he was going to go 81 because then me and them could draw.
You're on your own with this mad task that you've assigned yourself. I like the fact that you declared it last week and then this week because I just shift the order like around like that. You were going first, so you couldn't do it this week.
Next week, normal service will be resumed.
Yeah, normal service will probably be resumed. We're going to guess the OpenCritic average of Wheel World.
Yeah, this is a game that I really, really like the look of. And I think I'm going to say 85 for this one, please.
85 for Wheel World.
Yeah. Plays look like Burnout.
So that means if I guess 75, 77, 78, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. 76?
Yeah, there you go.
You're making me do maths that I don't appreciate it. Moody, what would you like to guess for Wheel World?
This is not intentional, but I was always going to go this number, so don't hate me. 78.
I don't mind if you cause a draw, because you're not trying to cause a draw. You're following your heart. And I respect that. I don't respect Vitz's Chaos Goblin mode that he's activated for some reason. It's making me do maths. Do you know how much I hate maths? You know how much I hate maths, Moody.
That's fair. You know what critically I do as well.
I'm guessing so. Anyway, let's close out this podcast. Moody, I'm not gonna do what I did to you last week. It's your time to shine. Shh, go forth and shine.
All right, who the fuck is nicking the games I am voting on in Fantasy Critic? I see you, Amy, nicking Silent Hill F, and who the fuck has took the other one? Rise to greatness? I'm gonna rise to fucking fist you in your face, you bastards!
High five the sky.
This is a different vibe to Time to Shine.
Motherfuckers, man! Stop nicking my games!
Ames, roll the tape back. Did you say Time to Shine, or did you say something else?
No, I said Time to Shine. I guess that was the speech. So I guess that was the speech. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Right. Be proud. You made it. Another day is behind you. Another week has passed. I'm going to kill 2 people. Do not worry about that. But do you want to know what else you have? It's a future that you all decide to have. Let's fly your heated fury, because I'm gonna fucking let it fly. My heated fucking fury, because it's time to party. We're all welcome from far and wide, unless you fucking hear me, and we'll be helping each other all the time, unless you fucking helping hear me. Go live your best life. It all starts from level 1, unless you fucking hear me. Go high five that sky. Live long and prosper. Roll into them titties, not for you, Amy. And the journey is yours. It starts now.
Joke's on you, I've got my own.